I met my birth mother in 2009. I was 21 and I'm 36 now. I'll never forget opening the door and laying eyes on her for the first time and seeing like, gosh, we looked so much alike and we acted so much alike. And she was actually a nurse and I was studying to be a nurse. And so it was so fun to just meet her. But I didn't get a moment that I really longed for during that first meeting. I really wanted to thank my birth mother for giving me my family and for giving me my life especially. So we set a second meeting up and I was really intentional with the second meeting. I brought a gift for her and it was a ring and a necklace with my birthstone on it. And so that night, things kind of settled down and I thought, okay, here's our moment. And so I got out that ring and that necklace, and with it I had a card, and on the card I wrote, for whatever reason, I wrote, "Thank you for choosing life for me," and I signed my name. And I watched as she opened the ring and the necklace, and she cried really happy tears, and she asked me to put the necklace on her neck, and I was actually fastening it as I watched her open the card, and she read what I wrote on the card. Everything changed. I mean, what were happy tears instantly turned into the most sad, most painful tears I have ever seen in my life, still to this day. And as she was crying those tears, she was saying something that just didn't make any sense to me. She said, "Claire, I didn't choose life for you. I'm so sorry. Your life is a miracle." I didn't. I'm so sorry. That moment was the most life-altering moment of my entire life because it unfolded a story that I could have never imagined, I could have never written, I could have never expected to find out when I met my birth mother, and that was that I had survived her abortion procedure. My birth mother, through her tears, began to describe being pregnant with me at 13 years old. And she said that she was alone and that nobody asked her what her choice would have been. Instead, her mother took her to an abortion clinic, and she had a D&E, which is a dismemberment abortion, which is still a very commonly performed late-term abortion to this day, where it tears the baby's body apart limb by limb. She said she had this abortion in a room alone with a doctor who never once spoke to her, just gave her this abortion and told her mother, who had taken her, that her life would go back to normal, but she said it didn't. In fact, her belly kept growing and she kept having morning sickness, and so she went back to the doctor a few weeks later, and the doctor told her that they had made a mistake because the only way that this was possible was that there were two babies, that I was a twin, and that I had accidentally survived my birth mother's abortion procedure. My birth mother was actually taken to Kansas for a second abortion at the request of her mother after the first one failed to end my life, but successfully ended the life of my twin next to me in the womb. The doctor examined her, and in Kansas, it was legal to have an abortion, an even later term abortion like she needed, which wasn't available in Oklahoma. And the doctor was examining her, and he said, I'm sorry, I can't perform this second abortion because the abortion that successfully aborted my twin had ripped the amniotic sac that I was in. And so my birth mother was leaking amniotic fluid for those few weeks that she was still pregnant with me unknowingly. And it could have been too dangerous for her to have that second abortion. And so I actually survived 2 abortion clinics. And my birth mother was then taken back to Oklahoma by her mother, and she lived there until I was born. Since the moment I found out I was an abortion survivor, it has ruled my life. It has taken over my life. It has consumed every part of me. It is the testimony that God has given me and asked me to share all over the world. 2 times, 2 trips to an abortion clinic, they tried to take my body. They tried to end my life by dismembering it just like they did to my twin. But they will not take my voice. I will continue to speak in honor of my twin who deserved to live, and in honor of my birth mother who deserves so much better than abortion.